everyone, it's Rochelle and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this slime green hair slave for you guys. This one was highly requested. A lot of you guys requested me to do this hair look. So of course I have to do it for you guys, and I'm going to show you guys how I made this wig from start to finish and how I color it. So if you want to see how I achieved this hair look, then please continue to watch. Alright, let's make this wig. So the first thing you're going to need is some hair. So today I'm using the Princess hair plug, and this is their 613 blonde Peruvian hair in 22 inches. So you guys, I've been wanting to try out the Princess hair plug hair for quite some time now, and this hair is actually by Time the Infamous. She also does YouTube videos. She has amazing makeup tutorials. Her hair always looks bomb, and I'm a huge fan of her channel. So I will link all the hair info, and I'll also link her channel in the description bar down below, so you guys can go ahead and check her out. So the frontal that I'm using today is also from Princess hair plug, and I love this frontal because I felt like it didn't really require a lot of tweezing in the front to get it to have a natural hairline. Alright, so we're going to move on to the fun part, and I'm going to do the watercolor technique. I did the same technique in my last hair video. I actually filmed both those videos on the same day, so if you've seen my minty green hair, I filmed this video the same exact date. So you need a bucket, just fill it up with some hot water, not all the way to the top. Alright guys, so to achieve the slime green hair color that we are going for today, I'm going to be using the Kiss Express semi-permanent hair color in the shade Limelight, and I'm also using the Ion Bright semi-permanent hair color in the shade Shamrock. So it's like a darker green shade. And you're going to need a mixing bowl to mix the product in. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the Kiss color into that bowl, and I'm only using half a bottle. And then I'm going to go in with the Ion Brights. As you can see, the consistency of this one is a lot thicker, so you really have to mix them together. And I'm using half of the Ion Brights as well. I really wanted to use a different brand to get a green that shade, but that's the only thing I could find at my Sally's. And you guys, after I mix them together, I'm just going to pour all this stuff into the hot water. And then we are going to go ahead and mix that up, mix it up. So once the dye is mixed into the water, we're going to go ahead and grab our first bundle, and make sure you're wearing gloves when you do this, guys, because it will stain your freaking fingers and you do not want that, okay? My nails were stained when I tried this out for the first time, and it took forever to get it off. Anyways, I'm just gonna dump that hair right into that bucket, and look at that green. Like, I got the perfect shade of green that I wanted to get. So I got excited and I put a little bit more of that hair dye into that bucket for my second bundle of hair. And you guys, as soon as I put the hair into the bucket, it literally took to the color right away. Like, I don't even think this took me 2 minutes to do. I didn't really time it, but it changed right away. I don't even think I had it in there for a minute. It was probably in there for maybe 49 seconds or so, but it wasn't in there very long. And a lot of you guys asked questions about the last video I did. As for the frontal, it does not get stained whatsoever. I didn't put anything to protect the frontal. So as you can see, there's no stain on the frontal at all. Like, the frontal is perfect. I love this technique for frontals. So the lace is absolutely perfect. There's no stain on it. And this whole entire process, dyeing the bundles and the frontal, it probably took maybe 5 minutes to do. And I only use 1.5 bottle of the Kiss color, and I use 1 of the Shamrock Ion Brights color. So I didn't really use a lot of dye or anything. I'll put everything in the description bar down below as well. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and make this wig, and you are going to need a dome style wig cap. I usually get mine at the beauty supply store or on Amazon. I'll link it in the description bar down below. I love the stretch mesh one because I just feel like it fits so much better on my head. Alright guys, so I already know my measurements for my head. My head is 21 inches, but I put the frontal on top of the wig cap, and so this is how I measure my frontals to make sure they fit perfectly. I just mark the top of it because that's where the frontal ends, and also on the ear where I would put the frontal. I hope this is not confusing for you guys, but there's plenty of videos on how to measure your head on YouTube. Alright, so I'm going to be using a wig canvas head. That's what I use to make all my wigs. I prefer to use this over the styrofoam head, and this one is 21 inches, just like my head size. And I'm going to post the link where I got this as well in the description bar down below. And you're going to need some T-pins. So I'm just going to use the T-pins just to pin that lace frontal onto my wig cap. As you can see, I'm placing it in all the areas where I mark, so right by the ear and at the top. And as for the frontal, I pulled a little bit of that frontal down so it goes a little bit over that wig cap, and this is going to be helpful once the wig is done, because when we apply it on the head, we just want a little bit of lace going over the forehead. That way the wig fits perfectly on our head. And you guys, I'm just putting all that hair away, and then we're going to start sewing on this frontal. So you are going to need a weave thread. You can use blonde thread if you prefer. I really don't care because you're not going to see the thread when I'm done making this wig anyways, and also a weave needle. I'm going to start off by doing my first stitch right at the center of the frontal, and you just want to make sure that you stitch that down very, very flat so you don't have any bumps, because that's the worst when your stitching are not flat and you have bumpy frontals. Like, that's no fun. Your frontal will not lay flat if it's all bumpy. Okay, so just take your time with it and just sew. Once I get to the end, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that thread, and then I make a double knot because I don't want it to come undone. You guys, whenever I make my wigs and I sew them down, nothing, like the wefts, nothing is falling off. Like, they are stitched on perfectly. Like, they do not come off at all. So I'm gonna go in with my first track, my first bundle, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put the T-pin and pin it onto the very back of the wig cap, and then we're gonna do the same thing. Go ahead and sew. And again, you just want to make sure that the stitching is nice and flat. That way your wigs are not bumpy. And I'm doing the fold over method. So I go ahead and fold the track instead of cutting the track. And we're just going to go ahead and sew. You guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It took me a while to make the wig because my thumb, my nail broke. You know when your nail like literally is broken and it's hanging and it's like attached to your natural nail? I know it sounds so gross, but it was really, really hurting my finger, and my long nails were like literally causing me to sew super, super slow that day. So it took me a while to make this wig. So I'm just going to continue to do the fold over method, and I'm just going to use my T-pins to secure the weft, and we're just going to go ahead and continue to sew. Honestly, it's literally the same steps over and over, so you guys can just watch what I'm doing. Okay, so now that I'm getting closer to the top, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the tracks of hair, and I'm just going to start sewing them straight across instead of doing the fold over method. And the stitching is the same, just keep it nice and flat. And yes, we are on our final and last track. The hard part is over. The wig is pretty much completed. I shouldn't even say hard part. It's just that it's very time consuming, you guys. So that's the wig cap underneath. We are going to cut off that extra part in the front because we absolutely do not need this once the wig is completed. So we're just going to cut that part off, and that is what it looks like. I use an elastic band in my wig to keep my wig secure and fit on my head perfectly. This band that I got it from Amazon, and I'll link it in the description bar down below. I love that the band is so thick. So I put the elastic band onto the wig cap ear to ear, so I don't put it on the lace frontal, you guys. So on the wig cap, and I just sew it ear to ear. Alright, so this wig obviously needs some more work. We need to fix up that hairline, you guys, and I like to go in with a water bottle just to wet the hair up because it's a lot easier for me to tweeze the hairline. And you need a good tweezer, okay? And I like to tweeze behind the hairline. That's how you ensure that you do not over tweeze your frontals. You don't want to over tweeze it, because if you tweeze too much in the front, you can end up with some bald spots in the front, and you don't want your frontals to have bald spots. Like, it's not cute. It's happened to me before. So I tweeze behind the hairline, you guys. And this part can be time consuming as well, but just take your time with it and be patient and just tweeze behind that hairline, you guys. And just to make sure that I don't over tweeze, what I do sometimes is I actually try the wig on just to make sure that I'm not over tweezing it. And I'll even tweeze the wig while it's on my head just to ensure that I'm not overdoing the hairline as well, you guys. So yeah, it's pretty much the same steps over and over. Tweeze behind the hairline. Alright, so now that we're all done tweezing, I'm going to go ahead and get my blow dryer and blow her out, and we're going to go ahead and style that wig so we can get her all the way together. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a flat iron. It's pretty easy to straighten here. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how to use a flat iron. So the flat iron that I'm using, it's by Ion, and I'll just link that in the description bar if I can find it, because I've had it for a couple years now, I think. But it's a really good flat iron, and you guys, I must tell you, this hair is so amazing. Like, it is silky, it is smooth. Like, this is probably one of the best 613 hairs I've used. Like, I really love the quality of the Princess hair plug. And I also use some Chi, this is their hair serum, and I apply that into the hair as well. Alright, so this is what our wig is looking like right now. She's sitting a little high on my head because I don't have a wig cap on, so everything wasn't nice and flat under there, okay? But anyways, I just want to show you guys this step right here because I never really show this part where I cut my lace. It's a little hard for me to film this part on camera actually because my mirror goes to the side and it's hard to look into the viewfinder and cut my lace, and I did not want to ruin my lace, you guys. So I cut it as close to the hairline, but I do leave a little bit of lace because I need something to pull onto my forehead. And with the 613 hair, the lace is a little bit on the transparent side, so it's kind of white. When I do glue this down, I usually put foundation onto my lace so it matches into my skin perfectly and it just blends right in. So yeah, that's pretty much how I cut off the excess lace. I usually cut a little bit more when I'm gluing down the wig. You'll see that in my last video that I did. My last video, I cut a little part of the lace when I was gluing it down. And to apply my wig, I used the Ghost Bond lace glue. I absolutely love this glue. It is amazing. And I did the melted technique. I didn't show you guys how I apply my wig in this video because I already have a video of that on my channel. So I'll just link it in the description bar down below, or you guys can just go ahead and check it out. It's very detailed. And as you can see, I go back in with that tweezer just to tweeze up that hairline a bit more and the part. And our wig is laid, hunty. I think Simba really loved this one. He was feeling it. Look at his little ears. And you guys, you can pretty much rock this in any style. So you can do a center part, a side part. You guys know I'm a side part kind of girl. And I also did a wet look kind of hair look as well. If you want to see a tutorial on how I achieve the wet look, comment down below and let me know. Let me know what hair looks you want me to create next. I had so much fun creating this video for you guys. I had so much fun making this wig, you guys. I really do enjoy making these videos for you guys. So please let me know what you guys want to see next, and I'll see you in another video very soon. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching.